Hi, I'm Frank Morano. There's a debate happening right now about crime in New York City that deserves a little more honesty and a little less spin. First, let's acknowledge reality. The latest NYPD numbers are encouraging. Murders are at record lows. There's no way to fake that. Shootings are down. Overall, crime is down year over year. Police Commissioner Jessica Tisch and the men and women of the NYPD deserve real credit for that. As Nicole Gelinas from the Manhattan Institute pointed out this week, if crime were going up, the mayor would be getting blamed every single day. So it's only fair to acknowledge that crime coming down is a positive development. But that's not the whole story. Former Queens prosecutor Jim Quinn made an important point in the New York Post this week. If you compare crime not just to last year, but to where the city was before bail reform in 2019, the picture changes pretty dramatically. Murders may be lower, but felony assaults are way up. Auto theft is way up. Robberies and grand larcenies are still significantly higher than they were before Albany fundamentally changed our criminal justice laws. And that matters big time. And we shouldn't overlook it. Too often in politics, people act like the only comparison that counts is whether things improved a little from last year. But New Yorkers remember what the city felt like before 2019. They remember a time when there were fewer repeat offenders cycling through the system and fewer people feeling like low level disorder and crime had become normalized. And that's really the heart of this issue. Wanting safer streets doesn't make someone reactionary, in spite of me being called that on Twitter repeatedly over the last few days. Wanting accountability doesn't make someone anti reform. And supporting the NYPD doesn't mean believing the system was ever perfect. It simply means recognizing that public safety is the most important thing in the city, especially to working class neighborhoods and outer borough communities that don't have the luxury of pretending crime is just an abstract political talking point because they might live in a doorman building. I also think it's important to recognize something else that Nicole Gelinas pointed out. Despite all the ideological pressure in modern politics, even this administration understood that public safety is serious business. They didn't hand the NYPD over to activists who wanted to run social experiments. They kept a serious police commissioner in place because deep down, most leaders know that when public safety collapses, everything else collapses with it. The lesson here isn't that we should declare victory, it's that progress is fragile. If we stop supporting the NYPD, if we continue weakening consequences for repeat offenders, or if we convince ourselves that the city can safely operate with fewer officers and fewer tools, things can turn around like that. New Yorkers deserve honesty, they deserve safe streets, and they deserve leaders mature enough to recognize both progress and problems at the same time. Thanks.